Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I usually don't take it for granted. By supporting me again in this video, just do me a favor and ensure you like the video. I will appreciate you so much for that like. Thank you so much. Now, Kenyans, as far as the African Union Commission chair is so concerned, now Raila Odinga's percentage of winning this seat is now having an addition. Reason being, we had a candidate from Somali called Fawzia Adama. And Fawzia Adama's candidacy, together with Muhammad Ali Yusuf of Djibouti, was going to complicate the Raila Amolo Odinga's candidacy. Remember, they are all coming from East Africa. As we speak, Raila Odinga has just met Fawzia Yusuf Adam just about 1 hour ago. And so, Fawzia Adam is now supporting Raila Odinga, withdrawing her candidacy. And so, Raila Odinga is telling us this. Glad to have discussed key issues regarding our continent with Fawzia Yusuf Adam, former Somalia Foreign Affairs Minister. Grateful for her support in my bid for AU chair. Wishing her all the best as she continues to champion African progress. That is what Raila Odinga is telling us. As you can even see the photos, Raila Odinga meeting Fawzia Yusuf Adam. At the same time, Kenyans, when Fawzia Adam withdrew her candidacy, we have a candidate from Eritrea also withdrew his candidacy. Remember, we had a looming news that we were going to have a candidate coming from Tanzania. But as far as the deadline of submitting the CVs as per the candidates are concerned has already finalized. And the last date was 6th of this month, 2024. And those who have not yet submitted their CVs, they are not in that race. As earlier, I told you that we are having 4 candidates. And I want us to reason together why Raila Odinga is likely having the possibility of winning that seat. Remember, Kenyans, we as Kenyans, we are not going to vote. So anyone who is writing in anywhere saying that we are praying Raila Odinga should not win these seats, you what and what. Remember, it is William Ruto who is going to vote for Raila Odinga from Kenya. Because William Ruto is among the president in Africa. And so we are having 4 candidates after the withdrawal of the former foreign affairs minister of Somali, Fawzia Yusuf Adam, with the candidacy of Eritrea, who was withdrawn. And now we don't have a candidate coming from Tanzania because we were told there is a candidate that was going to come from Tanzania. So we are having 4 candidates. And I want us to look at these 4 candidates. As you can see, the candidates for the African Union Commission chairperson race. Number 1, we are having Raila Amolo Odinga, the former Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya. We are having Anil Kumashi Gayan, he is the former Foreign Minister of Mauritania. We are having Muhammad Ali Yusuf, coming from, of course, he is Foreign Minister from Djibouti. We are having Richard James, former Foreign Minister from Madagascar. So we are having Kenya, we are having Mauritania, we are having Djibouti, and we are having Madagascar. 4. And all of them, they're coming in East Africa. Now, because there was an agreement that this time round, we are going to have the chairperson coming from East African side. Remember, as a candidate, you must have at least bigger percentage of countries in East Africa supporting you. Though it is not so much a requirement, but it will depend how the candidates are going to marshal their strength. And so as we can elaborate how Raila Odinga is having more advantage other than other East African countries. Remember, we are having several East African countries. But as we speak, remember, in East Africa, we are having something called East African Community Bloc. But again, there are some African countries who are not members of African Community Bloc. I think you understand. And those, for example, African countries, East African countries that are belonging to the East African Community Bloc, and they have their organization there. Their union, let me say their union. We are having Uganda. I'm just giving you an example. We are having, for example, Uganda in this African Community Bloc. We are having Tanzania. We are having Rwanda. We are having Somali. We are having Congo. And we are having Kenya and several others. But now, remember, Raila Odinga is going to have an advantage. Number one, Kenya is one of the African community, East African Community Bloc. They're just having their union there. And this union, Kenya is one of them. And remember, earlier on, Uganda had already declared the support to Raila Odinga. Rwanda had declared the support to Raila Odinga. The same to Congo. The same to Tanzania. And we're having Kenya itself, where the president is going to vote. You know? And so, now Somali, I was doubting Somali. But as we speak, I'm sure Somali is going to support Raila Odinga. That is another addition. I told you here, remember, as we East African, we can say that we want this seat. Remember, other blocks in Africa, we are having West African bloc, we are having Central, where Chad is already having their chair, their person. Now is the current chair, Musa Faki. And so we are having North and South. So it will depend on their interest also. Can Raila Odinga carry their interest or not? If not, they might vote for the candidate from Mauritania, or they might vote for Madagascar or Djibouti. But for me, I want to tell you, Raila Odinga is likely having more numbers than other candidates. Why? Because Raila is likely having the agendas that other bigger percentage of African presidents they are having as we speak. And is a man that at least can make them achieve. I don't want to say that Raila Odinga is going to make Africa to achieve more than even other African Union Commission chair. But again, at least he can make something positive gain in Africa. Remember one thing, I know Kenyans, you are furious about what happened when Raila Odinga joined William Ruto, when he handed over his members of ODM party to join William Ruto's cabinet. Remember, Raila Odinga is just fighting for that African Union Commission seat. And if your government is not supporting you, you cannot be declared there a candidate. Because you will be going there, but the government of the day will be having their candidate. And so the government of the day might sponsor you. So Raila Odinga is just doing what William Ruto wants so that he can be supported. Sijui kama mnanielewa. So wale wanapiga kelele Kenya, sijui we are praying for Raila Odinga, sijui to remember, if I'm a Luo, I'm not going to vote there. Kikuyu, you are not going to vote there. Luya, you are not going to vote there. This is now about William Ruto. William Ruto as a voter in African Union Commission. Sijui kama mnanisikiza. So hii watu wanapiga propaganda, sijui wanasema sijui atujui Kenya tunasema. Let me tell you. You will be shocked because it is not us. It is not us, Kenyans, citizens, who are going to vote there. This is just my opinion, according to what statistics are out there. Raila Odinga is already having bigger percentage of East African countries supporting him. And when you look at North Africa, South, West, and Central, Raila Odinga is likely to have massive support. I'm telling you. When you look at the ambitions and the visions of Raila Odinga, and is a man that is well known, is not a first timer. He understands and is a man that has been going around Africa without even this issue of, let me say, issue of election in Kenya. The man has been well known. Because remember, kuna watu wenye walikuwa together with him in oppositions. But other countries, already they are presidents. You know? But Raila Odinga peke yake ndiye hajakuwa president in his country. So I think for me, there is a possibility of Raila Odinga getting this seat. Because when Fauzia Yusuf Adama withdrew from the race, because I knew Adama, Somali, and Mohammed Ali Yusuf Djibouti was going to complicate the candidacy of Raila Odinga. But at least now, if he's going to have battle with these three guys, that is Mohammed Yusuf of Djibouti, Richard James of Madagascar, and former Minister of Mauritania, Anil Kumasing Gayan. Those three. But I see possibility of Raila getting this seat after several other candidates withdrew from this race. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till you meet in another video.